Beloved, today I stand before you not just as a messenger, but as a servant of God, bringing a word that has been burning in his heart for you. Can you feel it? That weight pressing on your chest? That quiet whisper in the stillness of your day? That is not coincidence. God is speaking and his voice is urgent. He says that there is someone in your life, someone you care deeply for, someone who may not even realize the battles they are facing. And he has a message that can change everything. This is not ordinary. This is divine intervention. Many times we go about our days thinking that our prayers are unheard, that the struggles of those we love are too heavy for God to carry. But let me tell you, nothing is too heavy, nothing is too distant. God's eyes are upon them and his ears are attentive to every cry, even the silent ones that never reach your lips. Now listen carefully. God is calling you to be more than just a bystander. He is asking you to intercede, to stand in the gap with prayer, faith, and love. Perhaps this person you are thinking of is struggling with fear, doubt, or temptation. Perhaps their heart is burdened with sorrow, betrayal, or confusion. God's message is clear. He has not abandoned them. He has not turned his face away. And he is using you, yes you, as a vessel of hope and restoration. Imagine, beloved, the power you carry when you pray with intention, when you speak life into someone else's soul. This is a call to action, not to passivity. And here is what you must hear deeply. The enemy seeks to keep them in darkness, to isolate them, to make them feel alone and forgotten. But God is louder, stronger, and greater than any force of evil. He is telling you that your love, your prayer, your willingness to reach out can pierce through that darkness. He can use your words, your actions, even your tears, to awaken faith where despair has taken root. Do not wait for a sign from them. The sign has already been given to you. God is saying, go, speak, pray, and do not be afraid, for I am with you. Beloved, as we continue to reflect on this urgent message from God, I want you to feel the depth of his concern for the one he has placed in your heart. This is not a distant, abstract notion. This is personal, intimate, and immediate. God sees every tear they have shed in silence. He hears every prayer they have whispered in fear, even the ones they thought went unheard. And now he is reaching out through you. Yes, he is calling you to be the bridge between despair and hope, between confusion and clarity, between isolation and the warmth of divine love. Imagine for a moment the power of God working through you, the strength of his Spirit flowing through your words and actions, touching a heart that may have been hardened by pain or disappointment. God is saying that this person is on the brink of something, a decision, a turning point, a moment that could define the course of their life. And your role, beloved, is more significant than you may realize. You are not just a witness. You are a participant in God's divine plan. When you pray for them, when you speak words of encouragement and truth, when you act in love, you become a channel of heaven on earth. The enemy would have them believe they are alone, but God says they are never alone. I am always with them, and I am with you as well. And listen closely, the time is critical. This is why the message is urgent. Every moment of hesitation can give the enemy space to whisper lies, to sow doubt, to deepen despair. But every act of faith, every prayer offered with sincerity, every gesture of love is a strike against darkness and a victory for light. God is asking you to rise above fear, to step boldly into the role he has entrusted to you. Do not wait for them to reach out first. Often God calls us to act in faith, even when the path is unclear, because faith itself is the proof of his presence. And remember, beloved, this is not just about words. It is about embodying God's love, your patience, your understanding, your willingness to forgive, your courage to speak truth gently. These are the tools God is giving you to reach the heart of someone he dearly loves. Beloved, now we arrive at the heart of God's urgent message. Take a deep breath and listen closely, for these words are not mere advice, they are divine instructions from the Creator of the heavens and the earth. God is telling you that this someone special in your life is on the verge of breakthrough, a moment of transformation that could change the course of their destiny forever. But there is a crucial element. Your presence, your prayer, your faith, and your unwavering love are part of that divine equation. You are not a bystander in their life. You are an instrument in God's hands, and through you, He can perform miracles that no human effort alone could accomplish. Do you feel the weight of this responsibility? It is not meant to burden you, it is meant to empower you. God is urging you to step forward boldly. Reach out to them with compassion, speak words that bring healing, and pray fervently without ceasing. Do not underestimate the power of your consistent love and your persistent prayers. Even when you feel weary, even when the outcome seems uncertain, know that God's power works through your obedience. Sometimes the greatest victories come when we act in faith, when we move despite doubt, and when we extend love when the world says to withdraw. Remember, God is never late. His timing is perfect, and He is aligning circumstances that you cannot yet see. Every conversation you have, every act of kindness, every silent prayer offered on their behalf. It all matters infinitely in His kingdom, and here is the final word. Beloved, do not fear the challenges that lie ahead. Do not let discouragement silence your voice. The enemy may try to distract, deceive, or discourage you, but God's voice is louder, His plan stronger, and His love unstoppable. He is saying, "Go with courage, speak with love, and trust me completely. I am orchestrating every detail for the good of those I hold dear." You are not alone in this mission. The Holy Spirit is your guide, your comforter, and your advocate. Stand firm, beloved, in faith and prayer. Take this message seriously, act decisively, and watch as God moves in ways beyond your imagination. The life of someone special to you is poised to be touched, healed, and transformed, and you are part of that miraculous journey. Remember, beloved, God's urgent message is here for a reason. You have been chosen to participate in a divine work of love, to be a beacon of hope, and to witness His glory in the life of someone He deeply cares for. Take up this calling with courage, pray without ceasing, and trust that God is faithful to complete what He has begun. The time is now. Act in faith, speak in love, pray with passion, and watch as God's miraculous power unfolds, beloved. As we come to this next part of God's urgent message, hear this clearly. God is inviting you to step into a divine partnership, a sacred role that carries eternal significance. There is someone in your life, someone precious to your heart, whose path is fragile, whose spirit is weary, whose faith may be trembling. And God is saying, "I am sending you as a vessel of hope, as a channel of my love, as a light in the darkness." Do you feel the weight and the wonder of that calling? It is both humbling and empowering. You are being entrusted with a mission that is bigger than yourself, a mission that can bring restoration, healing, and joy into the life of someone who may be teetering on the edge of despair. Beloved, understand this truth. God's timing is perfect. The message you carry, the prayers you whisper, the encouragement you offer, these are not small or insignificant. They are powerful instruments of divine intervention. The enemy may try to instill fear, doubt, or delay in your heart, but God's word reminds us that His plans cannot be thwarted. He is saying to you now, do not wait. Do not hesitate. Speak, act, and love boldly, for the one you care for is ready for breakthrough. I am moving unseen forces on their behalf, and you are my chosen partner in this work. You may ask yourself, but how can I make a difference? I am only one person. Beloved, it is in your willingness to act in faith that God multiplies the effect. Every prayer you offer, every kind word you speak, every moment you extend grace, it reaches farther than you realize. God works through ordinary people who obey Him with extraordinary faith. Remember, it is not by might, nor by power, but by His Spirit that lives are transformed. You are not alone. The Spirit of God is with you, guiding your words, opening doors, softening hearts, and revealing His truth in ways that can only come from heaven. And finally, hear this as your encouragement and your command from God. Persist. Continue to pray, continue to act in love, continue to stand firm in faith. Even when the journey seems slow, even when you see no immediate change, know that God is orchestrating every detail. Miracles often unfold quietly in ways unseen, but they are real and powerful. Your faithfulness is a catalyst for transformation. The one you care for will experience the touch of God's grace, the restoration of hope, and the assurance that they are never alone. And you, beloved, will witness the glory of God moving through your obedience, your love, and your prayers. Take heart, stand firm, and embrace your divine assignment. God's urgent message is not just for them, it is for you too. Through this mission, your own faith will grow, your own hope will deepen, and your own spirit will be strengthened. This is a sacred opportunity to partner with God in a work that echoes eternally. Rise up, beloved, and act boldly. God is with you. God is for you. And through you, He will reach the heart of someone He loves more than you can imagine. Beloved, today I stand before you with the deepest urgency in my heart, because God has entrusted you with a mission that transcends ordinary understanding. This is not merely about a message. This is about divine intervention in the life of someone precious to you, someone whose heart, soul, and spirit are at a crossroads. Listen carefully, for the words I speak are not my own. They are the very voice of God, reaching through time, space, and circumstance to speak directly into your life. He says, I have placed this person in your heart for a reason. Their path and their purpose are intertwined with yours in my eternal plan, and the actions you take now can shift the course of destiny. Beloved, understand the weight of this moment. Life is fragile. Hearts can break. Faith can falter. Hope can dim. And yet, God's love is unshakable. It is eternal. It is active, alive, and ever-moving, even when we cannot see the motion with our human eyes. He is saying that this someone special is under attack, not a physical attack, but an attack on their mind, their emotions, their decisions, and even their spiritual connection. The enemy seeks to create confusion, despair, fear, and isolation. But God's power is far greater. He has not left them defenseless. He has not abandoned them, and He is calling you to be His instrument in this divine work of restoration. You may ask, why me? I am just one person. How can I make a difference? Beloved, hear this clearly. God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. You do not need extraordinary talent, immense resources, or perfect understanding. What you need is obedience, faith, and love. When you speak truth with gentleness, when you offer comfort with sincerity, when you extend prayer with persistence, you become a channel for God's miraculous work. Every word you say, every act of kindness, every tear you shed in intercession, it all carries divine weight. The Bible reminds us that the prayers of the righteous are powerful and effective. You are that righteous vessel chosen to intercede, chosen to bring light where darkness seeks to prevail, chosen to be a testimony of God's faithfulness. And let me tell you, beloved, your actions today can create a ripple effect that goes far beyond what you see. That someone special may not realize it yet, but your prayers and your love can awaken faith, inspire hope, and restore joy. You may not witness the change immediately. Sometimes God works quietly, orchestrating circumstances in ways that are invisible to the human eye. But every prayer offered in faith, every kind word spoken in love, every intentional act of encouragement is a strike against despair, a beacon in darkness, a step toward transformation. Your faithfulness matters. Your persistence matters. Your willingness to act despite fear, doubt, or uncertainty matters profoundly. Now, beloved, let us consider the heart of God in this scenario. He is not distant. He is not indifferent. He is deeply invested in this person's well-being. He knows their fears, their past wounds, their unspoken prayers, and even their moments of rebellion. And He desires to bring healing, restoration, and divine purpose into their life. But God works in partnership. That is why He has placed this calling in your heart. He is inviting you to step boldly, to pray consistently, to love unconditionally, and to act courageously. You are not acting alone. The Spirit of God is with you, guiding your words, softening hearts, opening doors, and orchestrating circumstances according to His perfect will. I want you to imagine something, beloved. Imagine that this someone special is standing at a crossroads. One path leads to despair, isolation, or wrong decisions. The other leads to hope, restoration, and divine purpose. Your prayers, your words, Your actions, these are the hands that gently guide them toward the path God has prepared. Even the smallest gestures matter. A timely message, a word of encouragement, a silent prayer offered in the stillness of the night. These are tools in God's hands. Do not underestimate the power of consistency and faithfulness. God can take small acts of love and multiply them beyond comprehension, creating outcomes that no human foresight could predict. Beloved, hear this carefully. Timing is critical. Every moment you delay could allow doubt, fear, or deception to take root in their heart. God's message is urgent because He desires immediate action. He says, do not wait. Do not hesitate. Move in faith now, and I will take care of the rest. You may feel inadequate, overwhelmed, or unsure. That is natural, but God does not require perfection. He requires obedience. Step forward even when the path is unclear, even when the results are unseen, because faith itself is the evidence of His presence and power. Now let us speak about prayer. Prayer is the most powerful tool you possess. Do not rely solely on words spoken aloud. Pray with intention, pray with persistence. Pray with the deep conviction that God is listening, that He cares, and that He is already working. Pray for protection over their mind, heart, and soul. Pray for clarity in their decisions. Pray for peace in their confusion. Pray for courage when fear threatens to paralyze them. And pray for your own heart, that you may be guided in wisdom, patience, and discernment. Every sincere prayer is a force that shifts the spiritual atmosphere, a key that unlocks doors, and a light that illuminates paths previously hidden. Beloved, understand that love is action. God is love, and His love is active, not passive. Your love for this person must mirror His love, sacrificial, patient, enduring, and unconditional. Do not wait for them to meet you halfway. God often calls us to love first, to speak first, to act first, because He is able to move hearts in response. Even if they resist, even if they doubt, even if they stumble, continue to love, continue to pray, continue to believe. God is never discouraged by human hesitation. He works through persistence. Now consider the spiritual implications, beloved. Every prayer, every act of love, every word spoken with intention contributes to the spiritual warfare waged over their life. This is not a battle you fight alone. God is fighting with you. The enemy may attempt deception, fear, and distraction, but God's power is immeasurable, and His strategy is perfect. You are co-laborers with Christ, and the work you are doing is eternal. What you plant in prayer, in faith, and in love today, God will harvest for His glory and for the restoration of someone He holds dear. Beloved, I want you to imagine the joy and relief that will fill their heart when they realize they are not alone. Imagine the transformation that will occur when the darkness that has bound them begins to lift. Imagine the hope that will bloom in their spirit when God's love reaches them through your prayers and actions. This is the miracle. Go speak truth with gentleness. Pray without ceasing, love without condition, and trust in God's perfect timing and power. You are a vital part of His plan, a conduit of His love and a witness to His miracles. The urgent message is clear. Act now. Do not delay. The life, the hope, the purpose, and the destiny of someone special depend on your faith, your prayers, and your obedience. God's Spirit is with you, guiding every step, whispering every word, and strengthening every effort. Beloved, go forth in confidence, for God is faithful. Go forth in boldness, for God is your defender. Go forth in love, for God is your guide. And watch as His power moves through you, touching hearts, restoring hope, and manifesting miracles in ways beyond imagination. The time is now. The message is urgent. The mission is divine. Step forward, beloved, and see God move.